Howdy day. Howdy do. And I just came back twice from the same place saying, hey, howdy do, howdy hey. And realizing that that is what we do. We consistently repeat a cycle and we always questioning, never diving deep into wondering why. Is it that our manifestations, our desires, our wants, what we envision is not coming to life? Because what if I told you how you've been pursuing your manifestations is not really the way to go. We've been using the logical mind to try to manifest, but what if I told you there's underlining fundamentals that you have yet to learn, and that is the fundamentals of energy. And what do I mean by this? Well, we're about to dive in deep, boo-boo, because there is so much more to physicality that needs to be embedded in order for you to be the actual manifester of your reality. Real blunt with y'all. I really am annoyed by the word manifesting your reality. It's just like we make it such an abstract thing, as if like we're not already manifestors, like we're not already powerful, but we have the same power that we like to call our creator, God, higher power within us. But we're gonna dive a little bit deep into that today, boo-boos. Welcome back, Awaken Ones, on another episode. Out of breath. Another episode on Embracing Essential Series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, welcome. On this channel, I speak about spiritual development, emotional awareness, and I do guided reading for each zodiac sign. And I talk about things I feel need to be talked about because it's our divine right to know more than what we have been told. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really in love with my drawing right now. Even though his body is very small and his head is really big. Majority of society today because of their egoism. But you know, just saying. But other than that, boo-boos. We're gonna dive into quantum physics a little bit deeper. Because a lot of people don't understand that we're always looking at everything as a logical or physical perspective, and or through our five senses, not recognizing underneath the surface there's more to us that we have yet to evolve and understand. Yes, I'm gonna blame our system because our system is not here to help us grow or thrive. It's here to help us survive and deteriorate our own sense of intelligence. So, and I hate to say that, we just gotta be blunt now, but the reason why I share this with you is because it's so important to understand there's more to us than the eyes can perceive, meaning that we are energy. And if you don't want to believe this, go look at the skeleton of the body. You see the bones, but is there anywhere within the body that says this is where the intuition is? This is where emotions are? No, it does not. So therefore, what is it that makes up who we are? Because majority of us think that we're such this physical being, but we have to understand, where does our personality come from? Where do our emotions come from? And where does the intuition come from? There's so much to this that we have yet to evolve and understand. And even if we want to dive a little bit deeper into this, sit with yourself. Literally sit on a chair. Sit there for at least a couple minutes, 5 minutes at least. And just keep your hands still on a table. And I guarantee you, you're going to feel tingling on the tips of your fingers. Why is that? It's because you are energy. For another example, when you're rubbing your feet through the carpet, because my ass likes to do that, and I always get electrified by something because I like the way it feels, my masochist ass self. But imagine when you're putting your feet through the carpet and all of a sudden you touch something or you touch someone and there's a static electricity, is because we are energy as well, you guys. So it's so important to understand the fundamentals of energy. It's not through the logical mind or the physicality that we can manifest. Is through visualizations and emotions that assist with the manifestation process. Even Neville Goddard said in one of his books, feeling is the secret, because it's true. Feeling is the secret. That's why there's a huge manifestation tip that I use every single night. And that is, before I go to bed, I imagine everything I want and I feel into that. And let me tell you, this is what a lot of people neglect, is their emotions. Now, I said in the beginning, this system was not created to help us thrive. It was here to help us survive. So therefore, this whole system teaches us how not to feel. There's a reason for that. Because if they teach us how not to feel or be in our hearts, we can't create our reality. You know, all this making sense? I hope so. So let's get into the fundamentals of energy in order to manifest. Like I said, majority of us are manifesting the physical and logical, but we need the emotions and the visuals in order to create what we want. And I want to share this with you guys because we're so powerful and we're so worthy that we don't need to do more to receive more. We can do less and receive more. And I've literally been implementing this for like a couple years in my life, which I'm glad I'm able to share this with you in such a simplistic way, because I have literally seen the difference between trying to manifest through hard work, through physicality, and it seems like I never got anywhere. But the more I tuned into my nervous system, more I felt at ease and understanding my worth and deflecting and clearing out what are the limiting beliefs that are preventing that. Little did I know the suppressed energy within me that was being released was creating more room for me to receive without needing to do much. And that is what I want to share with you guys, is that we're so powerful, we're so worthy, that we have not only our minds, but our emotions and our body to manifest, to create. And manifestation is all about preparation, preparing yourself for what you are asking for, not literally trying to get something that you think is too hard to receive when you're already that thing itself. I'll get a little deeper into that. But what do I mean by the fundamentals of energy? Look at this beautiful ass drawing that I did. But let me get you guys closer. So I want you guys to understand this right here, that kind of looks like the hourglass. This is literally your auric field. Now, for example, when you're going out in public and you feel like someone is like getting too close to you, they're not touching you, but you feel like they're getting too close, is because they're interfering with your auric field, what most people like to call their bubble. So this is what helps you attract or repel things because of your energetic frequency. Now, I want you guys to understand the reason why physical and logical does not help with your manifestation is because there's layers to this bitch. I mean, there's layers to us, of course. We gotta understand, we got the physical, then we got the mental body. The mental body is the lowest body within. If you don't know what I mean, I'm gonna leave a link up here about some of the bodies that we harness. Every single individual does, so I'm gonna leave that link up there so you can watch that video so you can understand more about quantum physics and yourself. But since we got the mental body, we got the emotional body, we got the spiritual body, and we got the higher consciousness body. So I'm gonna put it right here: mental, emotional, spiritual, and then we got the higher consciousness body. Understanding this is fundamental in order to understand attraction. Because if you're trying to do everything through physical and logical, you're missing the entire purpose. What I want to share with you guys, a lot of people don't know this. When you are in the womb, the first thing ever created in order to create the baby, in order to create a human being, the heart is the first thing ever created. So since we live in a society that always rolled off the mental mind, a lot of people believe that the mind is the most intelligent thing in the body. It's really not. If anything, the heart has more neurons than the mind. What that means is that the heart is more intelligent. And I don't care, you can argue this with me. Try to breathe with your mind without having a heart. Let me know how you survive. Let me know. So the reason why I have these colors and spirals is because we have energetic centers within us that literally are creating our auric field in order for us to attract or repel. So we have the root chakra, sacral, then we have the solar, the heart, which is like the, I don't want to say the out of balance one, because we have like 6 chakras, and then like the heart chakra is the 7th one, so that's like out of the norm, but it's the most highest energetic energy center within us. Hence why they say love is the highest frequency of all, because it really is. Love is what created us, so love is what's going to create anything in this life. So then you got the throat chakra, you have third eye chakra, and then you have the crown chakra. These energy centers are what help you attract and repel and create your auric field. What does this have to do with manifesting? To understand the fundamentals of energy in order to manifest, you have to understand your energy centers and your perspective on this life. So for example, A lot of people want to manifest things that they never had. But when they think about it, they feel fear towards it. And that is where the discord comes from. Is because of the disbelief through emotions. Now, please understand, the heart chakra, since it holds emotions, and we need emotions in order to manifest, we have to understand that. Since the heart holds emotions, look at this, emotions, energy in motion. You get what I'm saying? Thoughts are powerful, but thoughts can't come into expression without you feeling into it and allowing your body to move. For example, when you feel excited about something, you're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. A lot of people have great ideas, but they're not implementing those ideas because they don't feel good about implementing those ideas. So this is why it's so important to understand these fundamentals are part of manifesting, not just the mind. Not just the mind. A lot of us are in these upper chakras, but not in our lower chakras. And this is why a lot of people feel stagnant in their life and towards things that they want. So the reason why I share with you the energy centers, most people call them chakras, is because this is where your belief systems and suppressed energy is held, that is causing the repelling and the resistance towards what you want. So by understanding all of this now, how can you implement this into your way of manifesting quicker and manifesting what is meant for you by being in alignment immediately? And that is, we first have to, since we understand what energy is, since we understand there's multiple layers to us that create our auric field in order to manifest, now we got to understand what suppressed energy is being held within our body. This is why I always say in majority of my videos, in order to manifest or in order to feel good, you had to get into your nervous system. You had to get in your body, because a lot of us don't understand our chemical making and the way we believe and the way we act and the way we are in our life is through our environment, through the belief systems, and through the programs that our little selves created, and these stories our little selves created from our childhood and from what we learned from our environment as a child. So it's so important to understand this, and so important to understand that your body is the temple. So I love this saying, thoughts are like seeds, your mind's a garden. The water is your actions, and the motions, your feelings are the sun. I'm gonna say that again. Your mind's a garden. Your thoughts are seeds. Water is your actions, and the sun is your feelings. You know what I'm saying? I love how everything's fucking connected. Makes up every aspect of who we are. But now that we know this, it's so important to understand what these energy centers represent. So the root chakra, think about it this way. When you're first born and you first put your feet on the ground, that's your root chakra. That is where you believe who you are. So majority of us, you want to manifest money, but you believe that you're broke. It's because you created a belief system when you were born that it's hard to receive money, or you have to work hard for it. Now the sacral chakra, that's like above your belly button. That is where your emotions lie. That's where I feel. A lot of us suppress our desires and our emotions of being people pleasers, or getting into narcissistic relationships, or neglecting self, or only worried about the world and not worried about self. This is the center where, if I'm gonna be blunt, trigger warning, a lot of sexual abuse happens, a lot of shame lies about yourself, about who you are, hence you don't feel confident going towards your dreams. So therefore, this center is where a lot of our good emotions are suppressed by fear. And here's the crazy thing. These lower chakras, the root and sacral chakra, hold a lot of fear, hold a lot of shame. And here's the crazy thing. A lot of people still live in these chakras in a very toxic, disharmonious way, to the point that, for example, men are only in these lower chakras, only thinking about sex and only think about money and only think about stability, but they're not in their emotions or vulnerability. Same thing with women. Women are always in their upper chakras, but they don't feel grounded in their lower chakras. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's a disalignment within each and every one of us because we don't understand the suppressed energy within us, or that we are energy. So now that we understand this, let's go into the solar plexus. The solar plexus is where confidence lies. Like they say, have a backbone. solar plexus right here. Have a backbone, have confidence. That is where your willpower lies. That is where your take action lies. That is where I can manifest lies. Even though you need your whole body, your whole mind, your whole emotions to manifest, that part is where you feel the most. It's like when you are like straightening out your back, that's where your confidence is, man. But that is held by a lot of guilt. Having guilt about being successful, having guilt about having money. My biggest fear towards my success was believing that I will abuse my power. So therefore, my solar plexus was so closed off that I had to work on that. By the way, that's supposed to be the color yellow, because color therapy, I think, is very, very impressive and very simplistic in order to start understanding chakras. Now that we know that, now let's get into the main and biggest one, and that is the heart chakra. That is where love is. That is where manifestation is the most powerful. When you can embed yourself in the energy of love, you can understand that everything is a blessing to have, even the trials and the tribulations. But a lot of people are not in their heart chakra, because a lot of people are either in their lower chakras or too much in their upper chakras, but they're neglecting how they feel. So we have to understand, if the heart chakra has more neurons in the brain and is the most powerful, then why are we neglecting it? It's because we keep believing the outside world and not believing in what our heart is calling us to do. Meaning that don't get me wrong, I know we need jobs to pay our bills, but a lot of us believe that is the only thing that's going to bring us wealth. And therefore we sacrifice our happiness, staying somewhere where we don't want to be. Same thing with the relationship. So we're not getting what we receive, but we're too scared to be alone. But our heart is calling us to leave that relationship. It's because your heart knows what's best. The mind was only created for ideas. Only created for ideas. The mind was not created to feel. If anything, the mind is of the masculine energy, which is of the logical sense, and therefore it's only ruled by fear, because the logical mind is only of the physical, it's not of the spiritual. But when you get into your heart, you're getting to the feminine energy, which is of the emotions, which is the unseen world. Which, what happens when you are in the unseen? You don't fear it. But most people fear the unknown, hence why they stay in their mind, and they always want to be in this conception state of trying to control, when it's false power of control. When you're always trying to control, you're in fear. But when you're surrendering, you're trusting the unknown. Oh my God, there was a glare in my window. I do not like it. No. Anyway, let's continue. So that is the heart chakra. Now the throat chakra. Ooh, man, how been working on my throat chakra lately. That is the place where your creativity lies, because you're speaking your reality into existence, like they say in the Bible. Speaking of, what was it? First was the word, because God created the world through speaking, through what they wanted. That's why they say affirmations are important, or speaking your desires into reality or out in the open, is because your throat chakra holds your creativity, holds your truth, holds your integrity. So therefore, it's so important to understand the energy centers. I hope this is making sense to you guys. If it is, let me know in the comment section and hit that like button. But now we'll get into the third eye. And a lot of people don't understand the third eye chakra is where your intuition is. So your third eye is connected to your stomach, to your gut. So therefore, you need your whole damn body in order to envision what it is you want to create. So, but that could be blocked off by distractions, by food, by so many things that could bog down your energy. Now that's where we get into the crown chakra. The crown chakra I love so much, because a lot of people don't understand the crown chakra is where a lot of ego attachments are. The third eye chakra, I'm going to show you guys the disbeliefs of what blocks the chakra system. What blocks the crown chakra is ego attachments to people, places, and things. And that is where control comes from, false sense of power. Third eye chakra is blocked by illusions and delusions of what you believe in that are not really beneficial for you. Throat chakra is blocked by lies you're telling yourself, lies you're telling to people that are not really serving your highest good. Your heart chakra is blocked by unforgiveness and not choosing to love or gratitude. Now, sacral solar plexus is blocked by, like I said, guilt. Having guilt about your desires, having guilt about more, having guilt about being more than what you came from. So, And then sacral chakra could be blocked by shame. Shame of what you want, shame of who you are, shame of expressing thyself. And then root chakra is blocked by fear. And you see how if all these chakras are out of alignment and we don't work on them through breath work, through meditation, through literally feeling the pain within our body and questioning it, that is what's creating our auric field, and hence why we can attract or repel. So for example, if you want to manifest money, but you have a belief that it's hard to receive and you feel scared about receiving it and you don't have no confidence of knowing how to receive it, so therefore you close off your heart to it because you believe you will never receive it, and therefore you're telling yourself this lie, and therefore you're envisioning the worst, and therefore you're attached by the way of how you already receive money, then boom, your auric field is creating the resistance. I hope that makes sense. So what happens when you work on these energy centers? What happens when you start creating new belief systems, start feeling more, start acting towards your desires? Meaning, if you want to manifest more money, like for me, I want to manifest more money, I'm literally working towards not only just a job, I'm trading, I'm day trading, I'm getting into one of my other dreams, pursuing different avenues of what I really want to do in order to create that. So creating a new belief, feeling into it, taking action, having gratitude for it, letting go of things that held me back from me pursuing what I wanted, getting rid of the lies and disillusions that I don't deserve it, and then start envisioning something better rather than the worst, and start getting rid of my ego attachments, meaning making sacrifices of letting go of things that are not serving what I'm calling for. So you guys, this is the fundamentals of energy in order to manifest. It's so important to know all of this that I'm sharing with you, because when you can understand this, you can master thyself. And what happens when you master thyself? You master that reality. Hence my favorite quote by Leo Tzu. I feel like I'm pronouncing his name wrong, so please correct me. But he said, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. When you can master yourself, master your energy, master your mind, master your heart, master your whole body, guess what? Nothing on the outside of you can rule you, control you, manipulate you, or hurt you. Because you know who the fuck you are. Because you understand that every resource you need to create what you want, you already have within you. You just got to clear out all the paradigms and the bullshit that you've been told and fed from society, from your family, from your parents, or from your bloodline. And hence, awaken a new paradigm and awaken a new aspect to your bloodline. And the majority of you guys, you may not understand why you're on this journey. You may not understand why you're watching this video, but you are, because you are the one to break the generational curses, because you are that fucking powerful. So I hope today's video has helped you understand more about yourself, understand more about the quantum field, and understand the fundamentals of how our godlike energy does exist within us when we start trusting the fact that we are loved, we are supported, what we want wants us to, but we first gotta help ourselves in order for the universe to help us. So other than that, you guys, I really hope this video was very beneficial. I really hope it was insightful and it's something that you never knew before, because I really feel that this video is so needed, because a lot of people are talking about manifesting, but they're not talking about the fundamentals of the energy and what you need in order to harness your manifesting powers. Because like I said in the beginning, whatever you want to call it, God, higher power, our creator created all of this through the only resources had: words, feelings, emotions, doing, being. So therefore that means that same power that created us is within us. So we have the right to harness that power and own our sovereignty and no longer fear it, because the outside world doesn't want that for us. And I hate to share that with you. That's why it's so important to understand that you are not of this world. You're just in it. So on that, you guys, I love you so much. If you feel this was so beneficial, please share this video. I believe this needs to get out and be shared to a lot of other people so they can start harnessing their divine power once again. And other than that, you guys, if you really did enjoy it and you enjoyed my vibe and my drawing, because I really did like my drawing, then please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to go in the description below so you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and also book any personal service that you need from me. But then, you guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.